This one's going to be kind of a special series, and I know I haven't touched NHL in a bit, but my good friend GamingWarrior88 has been kind of complaining about his Toronto series, and I said, fine, I'm going to win a Stanley Cup with a worse Toronto team than what he's got. He didn't do it for, he started in 23, he's now in 31, I think. So what's that, 8 years? I'm going to do it before that 8-year mark. If I can't win a Stanley Cup before that 8-year mark, then I'm going to admit to him, like, look, man, you're right. It is hard, but I think we can do it beforehand. So going in, we do have a game plan. Automatically sell Austin Matthews. No, I'm kidding. If I did that, I would be criminal. So we're not going to sell Austin Matthews. Just would like to point that out. But I think what we are going to do is we're going to what's the term? What we're essentially going to do is we're going to practically... Sorry, I'm trying to keep up some music here. All right, here we go. We're going to, revamp the team a little bit because obviously at this point, the team is not the best in the world. It is by no means where it should be. But let's see where they are in 2017, 2018. So they were 49, 26, and 7. They finished third overall in the Atlantic, and they lost in the first round to the Boston Bruins. That year is not the year we're looking for. We're going to go 1 year back when they had 95 points and were in the exact same spot. So who'd they have at the time? Their goalie was Frederik Andersen, right? They had Antoine Bibeau as well. And then they had players like Brian Boyle, Tyler Bozak, Connor Brown, many remember. Same with Connor Carrick. Connor Carrick had a good run at it with Vegas. Jonas Enroth, Eric Fair, who Ovechkin knew very well. They also had Byron Froese, Jake Gardiner, Frederick Gauthier, Seth Griffith, Peter Holland, Matt Hunwick, Zach Hyman, very famous name right there, Nazem Kadri, Kasperi Kapanen, Leo Komarov, Josh Levo, Alexei Marchenko, Martin Martinson, Mitch Marner was there at the time, Matt Martin, Austin Matthews, Curtis McKellany, Milan Michalek, William Nylander, Roman Polak, Morgan Riley, Ben Smith, Nikita Soshikov, James Van Riemsdyk, and Nikita Zaitsev. So we're looking at a very off roster here. Morgan Riley was 22 years old at the time. Austin Matthews was 19, and Mitch Marner was 19. Just goes to show you how far back we're going here. Now, in that season, Matthews put up an impressive 40 goals and 29 assists. Marner had 19 goals and 42 assists. And Nylander had 22 goals and 39 assists. So, all were really good in that year in particular. Did they lose to the Caps that year? Hold up. Yeah, first round Washington Capitals. So for many people that don't know me, I'm a big Caps fan. And that was the first Caps playoff that I watched officially. And actually understood what the heck was going on. And man, do I remember how electric that was. And I know it's taking a little bit to load, but just kind of talking about this team. And let's go down to the goaltenders, obviously. Looking at a guy like Frederik Andersen, who played 66 games. He had himself an assist along the way. I want to see goalie stats, so here we go. Anderson went 33, 16, and 14 that year. McKellany, I think his name is. I can never say it correct, which makes sense. went 14-10, or played in 14 games, went 6-7-0 pretty much. He was pulled in one of them. He allowed 36 goals. He also had Enroth and Bebeau, who went 4-0-3, or went 0-3, 0-3-1 technically, and then 1-1-0. I had to read that correct. As for shootouts, let's keep an eye on a couple of guys, and I just kind of want to put this out here. Freddie Anderson was 52% on 23 attempts. He only allowed 12 shots. Not too bad. And then Jonas Enroth was at a 66.7. He allowed 1, but made 2 saves. So, from the player standpoint, watch out, Mitch Marner. 37.5% on the shootout, followed by Austin Matthews, who's a good 25. I think they got a better deal if they got rid of Matthews over Marner. So, that's me, but, you know. We're going to wait for this thing to load in. And get rid of the music. On this game. I don't know why it's still on. I'll have to make the change in that setting as soon as it loads. This is going to take a really long time to load because it is such an old game. We're booting up a really old game. But you got to love it. I gotta wait for this thing to load. Ay. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit, which is unfortunate. I don't like having to wait for this. Here we go. Finally loaded. Finally loaded. Alright, so we have my volume checked out. We know there's no music playing. So we're gonna go into franchise mode, and we're gonna have to start a new franchise mode. Hopefully this doesn't start me in my original. I want to do a new one. Yep, new franchise mode. So my good buddy GamingWarrior88, as I said before, he tried to play as, you know, Toronto, and it didn't work out. So we're gonna see who the GM of Toronto is in a second here. And at the time, it was Lou Lamorello, which I just like to say this. Our buddy Lou has more playoff appearances than... I mean, Kyle Dubas was pretty good, too. We'll play as Kyle Dubas because I think we're kind of right on the cusp here of the change. So we'll do Kyle Dubas. What a guy. I think Kyle Dubas is still doing it, right? Where's he at now? Let me just quickly check that. I don't keep up with the GMs, but I know he's still... That's right, he's in Pittsburgh now, which I hate. Here we go, Toronto. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel, but auto finances are on. We are camera round meetings. You can't fire me. You're not allowed to fire me. The NHL salary cap will be on. And I think that's going to do it for us here, right? We can change the games, obviously, as time goes on. But the first thing we kind of have to figure out here is, what do our lines look like? And can we get something better than what we got? I feel like I'm being fleeced a little bit. That being said, we can start by looking at our rosters. Where are they? Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I played this, so I gotta figure this out. There you go, rosters. I'm it's so weird to me now. Yeah, you can help me set up the lines. Hey, remember Brooks Like? What a guy. Matt Martin. What year was Brooks Like there? Now we're really testing my knowledge. He might have had a brief stop. Who knows? So before we actually legitimately get this story, I want to make sure Brooks Like was actually there. Because otherwise I'm trading him. Oh no, he was there. How did you do that season? Oh, that was right after Washington moved him. He didn't have a good time. Well, we're going to give you a go, like, in the meantime. Where is Austin Matthews, though? Controversial decision, but we're going to call him up. Right. We are going to move Matthews up. Once we move someone down, we gotta move someone down first. Who's our lowest overall? Proust. Proust. If I could pronounce that name, I would. You're going down. Matthews is for sure coming up. And Zach Hyman might potentially come up. But I do want Matthews up. It feels right. We're going to edit the lines quickly here. So yeah, we can fix our line areas or errors. Calm down. We're gonna do this substitutional lines. Very good. The world is now right. Now yes, that line is unfilled. We are going to use a center named Austin Matthews, and we're gonna start playing him along the what would that be, the left wing from this angle? Either way, we're going to play him on the wing instead. I think it's going to be a better option. As for our defense, Morgan Riley's here, so we know we're good. Polak, Hudwick, Garnier, Cohen. Okay. So with Matthews up, we're going to see how this works now. I do want to play a couple of games here. So I want to kind of sim through preseason and on to the regular season here, where we'll first face Ottawa, and then we can do the game. But I don't care about the goals. Kyle Dubas is too good to be looking at the goals. He knows what the goal is. Win a Stanley Cup. Ottawa sign. So our first 6-2 win against 3-1 win. Okay. Okay. All right. Wait. Quick finish this up. Okay. Who? Stats time. Nazem Kadri is 6. I want to see how Matthews is acclimating, and that's just me being nosy. 2 goals. Lovely. 2 goals by Matthews. That's what I love to see. I love to see it. You know what? I think it's a good start for him. So yeah, we'll just sim the rest of our way through the preseason for the most part, and then we'll give it a good old college try where we'll see our first game against the Ottawa Senators, which we're going to skip over that. We're actually going to go over to the Boston game. So that was very good. Can we see our preseason stats still? Or no? Nope. So we're going to... We don't know how they did in preseason, but we are going to sim to the Boston game. And we're going to watch that one. Because it's Boston. And without a doubt, we went 4-0. Did it shock anyone? I don't think so. I think we all knew we were going to win. All right, so I want to kind of see who scored. Because I'm really curious. Gardner! Oh, going assist. Levo. Nylander got a point. Brooks Light got a point. Where is Riley? Where's Matthews? Where is Matthews? They move him back down. Sorry, I'm going to quick see if they move Matthews back down on me. If they did, we're going to have a real issue. Because he's Matthews. No. Matthews is being moved up. I do not care. We're calling up Matthews. Oh, I have to move someone else down. All right, we'll let them sit in the AHL for a year. I think it was good to get Matthews up for a little bit of preseason action. I do agree with that. I want to see if I can move him up. I do want to see if I can move him up. I don't think I can, but if I... Yeah, no, I have to move someone down, which is terrible. And I'm not going to do that. If things go haywire, we're going to trade someone. But we are going to play the game. With air quotations, I say that. CPU v CPU. Let's get the non-Toronto St. Pat's jersey. That is our jersey. Nope. Yep, for our home opener, we'll open with this. Boston, I can't let you be doing that. We got to be playing at the 1926-27. This is a classic matchup. All right, let's get on with this game. On my... Whoa, that's loud. On my NHL 94 controls are on.
Hi, everybody. Along with Eddie Olchek, Mike Emmerich. Original 6. How does that strike you?
The founding fathers of the National Hockey League, when you think about Original 6 stock, and there always seems to be a different feel in the Original 6 buildings
so
when
nostalgic.
these 6 teams get an opportunity to play against each other. Chara is a passionate player, Doc, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons this great franchise has made this young player their captain.
And now we turn to the last lines of defense, the goalies. Anderson's getting the start in net tonight. He looked more than ready in the warm-up, and that might translate to a great night in net for the Maple Leafs.
We'll see. Boston is
grandson of a local team goalie in his native Finland, but has a Stanley Cup and an Olympic medal, and still in his 20s.
Ottawa's not a challenge.
More in front of him.
Boston is much more of a challenge. I'm shocked Boston lost their first game. Tuukka Rask losing his first game is wild.
Thrilling evening of hockey ahead. Bozak's the face-off man for Toronto. Bergeron's there for the Bruins.
Torrey Krug to Daniel Chara.
Special, and it's started.
Here's Patrice. Nice.
Toronto's
Come on,
looking
Anderson.
to get a roll going with another win tonight. Hard work and consistency will allow them to do that.
And now it's directed to McCulloch. Looking from the corner.
And we're going to try for kind of a longer episode here, so this game's going to be played a little bit longer. It's 10 minutes of play versus, you know. Ooh, nice save. What a save. Pollock to Van Riemsdyk. Come on, come on.
Moving up the wing. Pointed to Pollock. And a good save there.
Oh.
Bergeron's cutting through the neutral zone.
Hit him.
Gathered up again by Bozak.
Come on.
Moving it now up the wing. Onside. Takes that pass. Lets it go.
Oh.
Can't get it on net.
That's going to happen.
Wow, what a glove save.
Anderson, what a
if you're
save.
a shooter, you don't want to see the goaltender flash his glove like that.
Everything stops except the opinion of this man, Ray Ferraro.
Edzo, you're right. It is the pulse of the National Hockey League. These 6 teams form the cornerstones of what this league was built on.
And I think we're going to move
something exciting
Austin
about the
Matthews
fact that you get to play against them. Heck, you got to play on 3 of those teams. What an honor that must have been. Heck, I played on 3.
Good chance. Denied.
The defense is definitely giving up a lot of plays that they shouldn't, which is concerning.
Danish-born goaltender Frederick Anderson, a big guy, 6'4", 229 pounds.
And he's holding his own.
Net in behind him when you're looking at that cage. How about this? He only played 2 periods to get his first NHL win. He came in after his team was trailing in the first period. He had 2 shutout periods to earn his first National Hockey League win.
Lets it go. Not through. And
they almost put it in the back of their own net.
The team was overhauled during the offseason, and they've assembled what they feel is a team that can go somewhere. Let's get this season going.
A little under 3
Brooks
minutes
Light,
have elapsed here in the first.
Martin.
We are deadlocked at 0.
I think this team could definitely go somewhere.
Off the face-off, he ties his man up, and so the puck goes to his team. Hammered.
Oh.
Not through.
Come on, like, link up.
The wing, setting things up.
Come on, send that pass around. Oh,
Through
Martin, reset. Go back to the point.
Slides it to the point to Gardner. Got a piece of it. And another save.
I thought the second was the toughest.
Pushing it on up the wing. Shoots one. Didn't miss by much.
You know what, Doc? I could see why he missed him. If there was nothing there, he tried to be too fine.
Pitching it to Martin. Pass attempt to Holland. Shoots. And it's
good
driven
shot.
away.
I mean, he came out of his net. That was good to challenge.
The Bruins through the neutral zone controlling the play.
But Toronto.
Oh, stick save. And at an angle to Nash. Hatchets one. Rugby and hockey together at the boards. Puck at the point. toward the goal mouth.
This has me extremely
The
concerned.
pass is off the mark. What a chance that would have been. Propelled to Greening. What a save.
Scores!
He scores!
Oh my. Well, we got the first goal, so that has me happy. And it was Colin Greening. What the heck is that mewing? Bro is mewing. He's scaring me with that
Rath's
face.
disappointment here is pretty evident, Edzo. He stops a big chunk of the puck, but he can't keep it in front of him, and it rolls into the net.
Some shots, only one goal.
A lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
Love the mindset of getting
Levo
pucks and people to the net.
Boston's got another face-off win.
Hit him.
He's got it.
I love when they have like
Time, but he saved it
legitimately
anyway.
excited
Quick developing
announcers.
play right in front. Almost looks like he's
That was
too
awesome.
close to the goaltender.
Come on.
Gathered
Stay on
in
him.
by Miller. Pinned up against the glass right now.
Almost 7 minutes through.
Carried toward the neutral
Keep
zone.
the pressure on.
Into
Hit him.
the attacking end. Possession taken behind the net. Loose puck knocked away by David Backus. He slowed down a bit, and there'll be a hooking penalty called on this one.
Bruh.
The Bruins are given a hooking
Oh,
minor.
wait. Against the Bruins, but still, bro, why you gotta take that penalty?
Well, what he
Let's
was
see what
trying
they
to do
did.
is trying to get the puck. But unfortunately for him, he reached in and hooked around
David
the player.
Backs is
Off to the penalty box he
crazy.
goes.
There's always a start to your power
Well,
play
Rick
night.
Nash.
And this is number one.
Van Riemsdyk, Hasdry, and Bozak gonna take on Rick
Toronto's
Nash.
got it again. Oh, that one hit someone on the way. And it's cleared out of there.
Why you gotta let them clear? They can't be clearing like that. Come on.
And possession now on the pickup by Cowan.
Go, go, go. Chase it down, chase it down.
It's cleared back, and this forces a recoil.
McQuaid, there's a name.
Trying to go to Van Riemsdyk. Gets
Come
in,
on.
and he'll look over his options.
Why'd you have to?
And it's lifted back out of trouble. Toronto's going back to get restarted with their advantage. And he steps in. Shoots one. Oh, lightning quick and a terrific save. He covers, and a face-off will follow.
I don't know how the shooter can do much more than that. The goaltender made an excellent save on a great bid for goal.
A little under 8 minutes have transpired. Toronto's got the lead, 1-0. Good face-off win. Hammers one. Oh, and it's off the mark.
Here's one of those times where you look at the net and there's nothing there. That's where you just got to shoot.
Why'd you shoot that?
Dominance right now. Centering. And he holds on.
This team confuses me sometimes.
A good tie-up on the face-off. That led to his team getting the puck. Wonderful save. It didn't look like he had a thing to shoot at.
Not often you're all alone in front of the goaltender from this area of the ice. Great save.
And that will help to at least clear the puck away. The Bruins with a big penalty kill. We're back at full strength. What a scrum. Rocked and held like a baby. In the defensive zone, pressing on. Good intercept.
I won't say anything.
Gains the
We
blue
lost our
line.
power play.
On to Nylander.
Excuse me.
Flips that wrist shot. The Bruins have gotten out of their own end. Keeps it going up the wing. Point to point it goes to Chara. Great stick save. McCulloch's cut through the neutral zone.
Stay on it.
Chooses the corner.
Nice try, but come on, bro. You got to be doing better
The
than that.
Bruins continue on in their own end. Still has control up the wing. Snaps it on goal. Solid pad save. Toronto's moving it up the wing. Smart recovery by Martin. Moves behind the net. Puck covered, whistle blown.
Visit our team store for all the new styles of jerseys, shirts, hats, and other collectibles.
The shooter thought he'd made a pretty good shot here, but the goaltender's in good shape. He makes the stop, and
like
he's
I said,
able to
I'm
deny the
attempting
shooter
to
on what he
take
thought was an
down
excellent
my
chance.
friend here. Anyone that knows me knows that as the gaming general, I'm
Good
better
job on
obviously
that
than the
face-off,
gaming
tying the
warrior.
man
And
up.
what the heck? My screen went dark.
The Bruins
Excuse me.
have it through the neutral zone. Good defensive work there.
And we
Moving
might
it
just
behind.
have to sim the rest of the
Gets
game
in. What'll
because
he do?
how
Back near
long
the
are we
blue line
in?
to Pollock. One-timer.
Yeah, we're 30 minutes in, and this first period
Many
isn't
yards
over.
gain to Pollock. Big save. Gets it back. Boston's got it in their own end, driving toward the neutral zone.
Not that like I'm not a fan, but you know we gotta
Gathered in
get
by
through some of
Bergeron.
this season.
Slid to Komarov. Gains the zone and looks over his options.
Come on, pass back, pass back, pass back. Why are you going in?
That's a good pad save.
What was that?
The Bruins have control of the puck in their own end.
Hit him.
Nice poke check by Count. Got in the way of that one, too. Puck covered, whistle blown.
Anderson never had to see that puck. They let him see it, which is crazy.
Anderson's going to be able to make that save all day. His positioning is perfect. It's not a difficult scoring chance.
I don't get it, bro. I literally do not get it.
Boston's quick on the draw.
Zero understanding.
Lots on that to Charles.
Oh,
Tripped up on the play, and there will be a penalty.
bruh.
Whistle blown, play stopped. The referee will hand out a penalty. The Maple Leafs are going to the box for 2 minutes, and the call is tripping.
This is an easy call for the official, Doc. Player made no attempt to play the puck and just tripped up the attacking player.
You're slowing down the game.
The Bruins get their first power play of the game.
Toronto penalty.
Quick work on the faceoff.
Joffrey Lupul.
Laid on to Miller.
Time of the penalty. 13
Back to the
minutes,
point.
24
Turned
Ooh.
away. For the one-timer, save. Tries to clear, and that one cleared by the penalty killers. Grabbed by Miller.
Hit him.
Puck is thrown to Backus. Moved along and in. Around through the corner. He's held up there. Toronto's cleared.
No
A lot of work,
way.
but penalty
Right
time
through the
less and
legs.
less now.
Megan hockey is crazy.
Boston's going back further to get restarted on this man advantage.
Why are you allowing
The
them?
stick can
You're allowing
break
my
up a
team
play,
just
and it
walk
just
in
did.
on your power play.
A shot. That's a
Oh my
marvelous
God! Squeak
save.
through almost. No.
Terrific stop from right in front of the net, but you got to find a way to put the puck in the net.
Raz able to make an excellent stop here. That's a difficult scoring chance. The shooter thought he had him beat.
A little over 5 minutes remaining. The Leafs lead 1-0. Good clean win. Muscled long to Cowan. Boston seeing the penalty clock bleeding down to the last few seconds. Lets a shot go.
Oh.
They score! And they've tied the game up.
Oh, that shot was heavy and dangerous. Good thing it didn't hit anybody.
Whoa, it looks like his trapper's got a hole in it there, Edzo. He gets beat low to the glove side.
They went quick on that. Bergeron and Torrey Krug.
The Bruins win the draw. What's next? Passing one off now to Nash.
Brad Marchand. Assisted
Chip
by
to
number
Bozak.
47, Patrice Bergeron. And by number 47,
Swept on to Hunwick. Good bad save.
Ooh.
And he freezes for the whistle.
What an unbelievable save there. That's an excellent shot that he's able to deny.
I'll say. Come on, win the face-off.
Good job tying the man up on the face-off. Teammate comes in.
Hit him.
Pointed to Moore. And another strong save.
Anderson. Anderson. We can't be doing that. Not here, not now.
Anderson's athleticism is on display. That's an odd man rush against. Excellent save.
A little over 4 minutes to be played here in the first. We are at 1 goal apiece.
I'll say.
Good face-off win. One-timer. That hits somebody.
Get the puck.
Fires. They can't find the target.
Get the puck out.
Snapping a pass to Van Riemsdyk. Possession still as he moves up the wing. Blocked away.
Ooh, good shot. Just no open net. Hit him.
Boston's in their own end setting things up. Looking to Miller. Slides it to the point to McQuaid. Holds in the corner. Lets it go. He scores. 2 in a row.
We're skipping this highlight.
The
I don't
Bruins
care.
have broken the tie. Perhaps
I'm
they
not
can
seeing
build on this
Keandre
lead
Miller over here
in the first
Toronto.
period. Grabbed, the 2 centermen tied up, but there was a good reach there. Propelled to Kadri. Defender held his
I'm
ground.
not seeing
Puck
Miller
is
do it.
loose.
Oh, come on.
Goes back deep for it. Into the end of attack. Toronto's in their own end, lugging it along. Up the wing, moving along. On to Greening. Morrow slashed on the play, and there will be a penalty. Oh, and he is drilled.
Better get your head up. That's a solid hit that he had to take there.
Toronto's minor penalty is for slashing.
You gotta be kidding me.
Back in the era of wood sticks, this would really hurt. That's a slash.
Colin Greening had our first
Boston's
and
to the
only
power
goal
play
so far.
again. And they have rung in 1 already. Let's see if they get another.
Yeah, how about no, please.
Got possession. Good shot, but a better save. And he'll hold on.
Want to pay off all your bills with one swift swoop? Don't forget that 50-50 draw.
Sometimes I think the pads are too big anyway, but he's able to get a pad on this. Excellent scoring chance.
The Bruins win the draw. Slid
Ain't
to
nobody
Chara.
happy with that.
Laid on to Marchand. Puts one on.
Oh.
Sticked away. Gets play stopped.
And he's gonna have to make a save there.
I don't know if he's going to make a save much easier than that one. He's in good position. It's a rather routine stop.
Come on,
The
please.
clock bleeds down to the last minute. Toronto's got a face-off win. And a good save there.
Tie it up
Wonderful
beforehand.
save. What skill by both goalie and shooter.
A missed opportunity from this close in.
Out of
Tie
his
it up
crease to take it.
beforehand.
What'll he do with this? Boston's in their own end, moving the puck.
Hit him.
Pitching
Hit
this
him.
one to Bergeron.
Hit him.
Back near the blue line to Chara. Shoots one. Outstanding save with a glove.
That slight hesitation by the shooter allowed the goaltender to make a beautiful glove
Do I have
save.
to fire
Usually
the
when you see
coach?
shoving and pushing after
I will
a whistle,
fire the
it
coach.
leads up to something bigger, and I mean a lot bigger.
I will fire the coach. Do not think I will
Tie-up
not fire the
and
coach.
Help from the winger. Great glove save, but it's loose. And he'll cover. Good help for the centerman. And he takes the heat off by clearing. And the loose puck taken by Miller. The Bruins have it in their own end. Directing that one to Pasternak.
Hit him.
Fires. Got the iron with the shot. Deflected
Well,
out
that's
of
the
play
period,
off
pretty
the
much.
crossbar.
And this will probably be the only period that we watch because it's too long.
The first period has come to an end. We're here in a tight game. These two teams are separated by just a goal.
When your team wins, you win $10 off at Bob's. Bring tonight.
Let's see how bad we did. 6-1 loss to Boston. What a great way to start the season. We lose our home opener, it would be wild. How bad? Five to 2. All right, we're going to the trade deadline at this point. I do want to kind of get through the first month or so, and if things don't go well for us, we're gonna. The Marlies are doing great though. Okay, shootout win, shootout loss. I'll take it. Come on, beat Chicago. Chicago's a walk in the park here. Really? What do you exactly? Yeah, take it. Take my 2 second rounders, please. For a first, I mean, I was going to use that originally, but you just gave me a first round pick, and my team is doing somewhat decent. Can we beat Florida? All right. Once the second month goes by, we're going to evaluate our middle of the pack status and see who's weighing us down. But some good wins are coming our way. It's just, yep, every time we win, we lose. Classic Toronto fan. The Marlies are doing better than us. That's bad for us. Please tell me we can beat. Please tell me we can beat the 2 Pennsylvania teams. For the love of God, beat them. For the love of God. We beat the Penguins, but we couldn't beat the Flyers. How? How is that possible? How is that physically considered possible? We're stopping. We're stopping. All right. Player statistics. Pull them up. I want to see. Who's got the biggest minuses for us? Bozak. Bozak has 13 assists, though. Let's look on the open market. I'm going to the open market. I'm going to see if I can find myself a better goalie. There literally has to be someone better. The Ducks are pretty good. What do the Ducks have? Getzlaff. No wonder. They have Hampus Lindholm. They won't trade him to me. Not a million years. An elite defenseman would be nice, but if I could fleece them for like Shea Theodore down here. Give up our own second rounder in 2018. Along with Does Anaheim have a goalie? Sean Gibson's 23rd elite medium. Oh. Ducks won't bite on that. You're right. I can see that. So I'll throw in our... I would throw Connor Brown away in an instant. Which probably goes to show a lot about me, but so do I care. I mean, he's got 1 goal and 5 assists in his 7 games played. Although in the AHL, 29 points in 34 games, I can't get rid of that. Oh, he's too valuable. Oh. You want Sparks? You know what? I would throw away Babo. And then we're just going to go find a goalie. Ooh. You think they'd be willing to trade us Bob? I would give up a first-round pick and offload a really heavy contract. Well, actually, I do want to see what contract is costing us a lot that we can offload. You take on half of there. Take on half of it. In exchange, we will give you... They're going to hate me for this, but how much is Brooks Light costing us? 4.5 mil. Get rid of that. Really? Fine. How about this for size? Other goalies that match the block. You want Sparks? Yeah, no, because then I'd be over league cap. No, that's all I want. We're getting rid of like, I don't care. Despite the fact that for some odd reason Brooks Like is being a beast. With his 2 goals and 3 assists. Acting like the Brooks Like that I thought I didn't know. Somebody that I used to know. Alright, is this really what it's going to take? No, I haven't looked up what you guys have to offer, because seldom could I care. You guys are hopeful to make it. What do you... I mean, they do want defensemen. Also, that threshold to like maybe 30. I'm glad you see I'm trying to change the salaries, because that will help you understand that. I don't care. I'm going to get Bob. Fine. I won't pick in the first round this year if I can get Bob Robsky. Actually, this is up to the value of what you want to ask. This is more up to the This is more than the value of what you want to ask. Okay. Cohen's 1. They want a defenseman. Right? They can have Cohen. That would be the issue. They'd be over cap. I mean, look, if I could add... Okay, well, maybe I can't get Bobrovsky. Where are we at? 55. Who is... It should be Aiden Hill. Yeah, I thought they didn't have any good goalies. But, you know, you never know. Diamonds in the rough. Diamonds in the rough. Thinking Brian Elliott's a good goalie. If anyone thinks Brian Elliott's a good goalie at this point. Varlamov. How are the Rangers doing? That would put me over, but we unload a costly contract of one of our older guys, like McCallick. Right, you guys just have to keep us. We're going to ask that you just hold on to 25%. So yes, 25%. Keep us in the loop. In exchange, we'll throw in it's got to feel good about this trade. How could you not? What are your block needs, bro? You're a contender. I give up Morgan Riley to you, but, like, never. You want Brooks like? Really, they're just being really hard about this. Three. I'll give you 3 years worth. Well, then I guess we're gonna have to be a contender this year. I'm fine holding on to my draft picks. I guess we'll just sim the rest of the season, because yeah, we'll just go the rest of the season. We'll go till the end, see where we land up. I have good hopes for us, though, especially since our AHL team's doing well. And then on the offseason, we'll unload a whole bunch of guys. But I think this is a season where we can kind of take all those losses. But if we squeak by, I wouldn't mind squeaking by. I also wouldn't mind getting rid of Brooks Like. Bring up Austin Matthews. There you go. There you go. There's a couple of wins. December might be our month. Aye. Finish things up. We're getting rid of Brooks Like. We're getting rid of our dead weight, I'll call it. I'm sorry, we have to get rid of our dead weight. And our goalie's just not panning out. Oh my god, Jake, man. Reeves, like, Bozak, Kadri are doing really well. Riley for a defenseman. Nylander, you're only 20 though. Brooks Lake's doing better than Matt Martin. Okay. I'll trade Matt Martin for essentially pennies. I'll trade Matt Martin and Brooks Lake for pennies. And I'll bring up a couple of guys. Carolina. I just need to get rid of that contract. And I just need is that Spencer Smallman? Bro, future Bear. He was a future Bear. Jake Bean. They thought Sebastian Aho at this point would be nothing. For some odd reason, they're really interested in giving this guy away, which, you know what? To unload Brooks... I'm about to say. To unload Brooks like... excuse me. Where is he? Oh, he's a rookie skaters. Hold up. Because he's in no means a rookie skater. To unload Matt Martin's contract and Brooks Lake's contract. Could I fleece a pick out of him? Could I fleece a pick, maybe? They're interested in giving away a fourth. Just helps me unload some money. Need another team in the hole. I need another team a little inside the Saskatoon. How old was Eric Bolton at this point? Eric Bolton had to be old because he was tearing things. John Tavares, future Andrew Ladd, but future Maple Leaf. Andrew Ladd was awesome with the Thrashers. Give Andrew Ladd some credit here. Anthony Beauvillier. I will gladly give up Matt Martin. I will gladly give up Brooks Lake. And next year's second rounder from San Jose. Actually, there's a team I think I can fleece. Let me find. Oh, somehow the Caps, of course. The Caps, of course, you're. I want a guy. Bro, if Jacob Chikrin and Dylan Strome weren't such high value, I want Dylan Strome so bad. I actually might just. Unless. What's Max Domi looking like? 21.85. Two players you aren't even going to be able to see. And I'll give you Brooks Lake. I'll also turn over how's Pollock done this season? He's a +3. Bozak. Gardner. Jeez. Remember, we're only doing this till we win the Stanley Cup, pretty much. Of course, Arizona's going to reject. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Timishov. And we're going to propose 2 first-round picks. Okay. If I can't get Strome, I'm going to go after Domi. Fine then. We'll keep 1.5 of his contract. I feel like I gotta get one more. Who's in free agency? Oh, Russell. Ray Ferraro somehow still in free agency. Fine. We'll do that, and then Bryzgalov, who wouldn't be bad. Emery. How about defenseman? Is there a good defenseman that we can add? Brad Stewart, an 82 overall at 37. Aye. Yeah, I'm gonna say if they're young, be different story, but oh well. We'll offer Ferraro the position since that if he comes over the team, he comes over the team. We'll have some... I think we should do some roster movements, though. Yeah. Martinson's being moved down, and so is Levo. That's supposed to make room for Matthews. And Marner. Yeah, no, you're not doing it with the 3 goals and 4 assists for me so far this season, Holland. Get out. Matthews, you're in. Horton, you got one chance to prove to me that you're worth it. For a 4th liner, that's pretty good. Like... Go to the sidelines, buddy. Marner, get in there. How are the Marlies doing this season? 16-7-1 at the head of their division. That's where we like to see them. We need to make some progress because we're sitting on the outside looking in. But with Aho, Matthews, and that crew getting themselves acclimated, we're going to go to the 12th here. We're going to see where we stand. Right? Come on. Yes, a nice win against San Jose. We should do the same against Arizona. That's fine. You can reject the offer. We decide to look to the farm. We will reject you because we want to get to the farm. Win. Oh my Lord. Something's happening. The rookies are making it. The rookies are doing it. The rookies are making magic out there. I don't believe it. I can take the loss because we've looked a whole lot better than might I say the last month and a half previous. We did not look good there for a second. We beat the Caps 5-1. I mean, yeah, okay, we lost against New Jersey. That's perfectly fine by me. We see to get some wins here and there. We see to stay competitive. In it all. Amateur scout call, that's perfectly fine. I'm glad that you did what I asked you to do because... Oh, that's not what we wanted. About to click on something on my Xbox to exit out of the game. And I'm like, not yet. We aren't there yet. 120, 120. Yeah. I mean, tough luck at it. Six to 1 loss. Yeah, the Blues are going to be a thorn in our backside, aren't they? Aye. Each day is a little heavier than the last. We aren't doing too bad, though. 25, 20. For the first season here, where we kind of had to take a couple of older guys off the... And we should take a couple more older guys off the roster beforehand, but... I'll take it. We're looking better than we were. A lot better, for that matter. And right as I say that, things kind of fall apart. Two overtime losses actually aren't that bad to me. They're points. Right? I mean, people are feeling pretty good. Okay. Come on, beat Philly, please. No, we did it. I saw on the record. We didn't beat Carolina either. Oh, no, we did. I knew we should have taken... I knew we took Aho from them, which... Fleece. That's a fleece from them. Oh my, come on. 33-32. Come on, let's stay alive, guys. Let's stay in this hunt. Come on, get another win. Get it. Make the rest of this season all wins. Yeah, I mean, Mitch Marner, I threw you into this, and you know, it was gonna happen, but you're gonna have to adapt to it quickly. Or we're gonna lose to Washington. No, really, we won. Please be Pittsburgh. Columbus, just beat Columbus. We're not going to make the playoffs. But if we go to regular season stats, Van Riemsdyk had a good season. Where did our rookies come in? Aho played 55 games, had 5 goals, 5 assists. For your first season, that's not too bad. Matthews and Marner, 22 and 20 points in 55 games. You guys were crazy. Wait, did Matthews... Wait, I want to see. Did their overalls go up? If Aho is still a 65, I understand that. And Aho should get a bye. Marner's now an 83. Matthews is an 83. Sheesh. They got some good practice in. I think they're in it for the long haul and they're gonna fit. We gotta repair a couple of things here. Luckily, it's in our budget to. We'll upgrade the parking lot. Well, let's go to the calendar. Let the playoffs kind of finish up. I don't think the Marlies made it. We're going to swap over to the AHL. See how we do against San Jose's team. Or sorry, St. John, not San Jose. Since we've had St. John's number all year, essentially. 37, 31, 38. Not bad. Middle of the road team here. We aren't going to have much of a draft this year. I think that's a pretty obvious one. We had to get rid of a couple of picks, but we have, I think, enough of a draft that we can put something up here and get a player or two, and this should be a good draft for us. Crossing my fingers. But, yeah. Let's see here. I think we can run with this. We're going to get our postseason all figured out, obviously. But I think Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and Sebastian Aho sold us a couple more tickets. And then get a guy like John Tavares, I think we're pretty much set. Today is the NHL draft. Yay, the Hershey Bears were the Calder Cup champions. I like that. I like that. Who led the team this year? Reichel, because I moved him down. That's right. And, you know, good for him. He had to. Same with Arcabello. Hyman could get called up. There's a couple of people I wouldn't mind calling up. That being said, let us send the draft. And we already look better for next year. 90 offense, 92 defense, and 89 overall goalie. We lost Proust, but Matt, if you call that a loss, it really wasn't a loss. I was going to drop him at the end of the year if he would stick around. Actually, him retiring, all this debacle actually probably helped us. Anyway, since we pretty much kept almost all of our picks, let's get someone. That's Stuart Skinner. Oh my lord. Wasn't Huso? This is Huso Valimaki. So I think we have a decision to make here. Do we want Gabe Vilardi, Luukkonen, Skinner, Strome, Valimaki, or Kreisky? Is there anyone higher that we might be looking at? Vakanainen, Nico Hischier. And yeah, I think it's going to be a race between the goalies and Vilardi, I think. They have Skinner as a fringe starter. I feel like we get Vilardi, Sims to the next pick. All right, they're gonna get Valimaki, and I don't blame them. But that should leave the way open for me to then get a guy like Skinner, who looks amazing in some areas, and then we need another goaltender. That was something that we knew for sure. We do need a couple more goalies for the system, but is that Robert Thomas? Wow. There's Mike DiPietro, who I don't even know what the heck they're thinking, calling him an AHL backup. Bro is just non-existent. Tom Hedberg is not a real player, folks. Yep, we'll get Robert Thomas. Why not? Oh, is this yeah, Arttu Ristolainen. I know he says it's the AHL fourth liner, but like, who knows what we can do with him. So, like I said before, this challenge is against a friend of mine named GamingWarrior88. We're gonna kind of go at it, and I'll poke at him in the on YouTube. If anyone that catches over there, make sure to catch that as I finish up my draft here. Zabrowski, you're low AHL extra forward. I don't mind you though. Unless yeah, this really puts us in a good situation. We have a lot of defensemen, I think, from just Toronto itself, and that's going to be something to play around with. But I think unless there's a goalie around, Okay, we have Jay Lowry. Pick him up. All right, I think for Toronto, we have to use the last couple of our picks, especially the first draft, just to kind of make things work out here. Oh, is that Matthew Phillips? That's Marcus Phillips. I'm about to say, that can't be Matthew Phillips. There's Zach Roberts. Yeah, you're a left winger. We will add, well, let's go over to position-wise. Swachenko. Bowman. All right, Swachenko it is. And I think that should be the last one. If not, if I have one other pick, I'll actually be shocked. Okay, I'm about to say, there's no way I have another pick. Velarde, Stuart Skinner, Robert Thomas, R2 Lusterinen, Zach Zaborowski, Lowry, and Swachenko. I think that's going to sum up a lot for us, or not sum up, I think it's going to solve a lot for us. We're going to sim to our re-sign phase, re-signing, the necessary players, right? And, I think the first two picks that we had just really are going to help us. So, Enroth is going to get himself another year, just for the time being. How did Hunwick do? You're a defenseman, so I want to keep that. Not too bad. I'll keep Hunwick around for the time being. He's only 32. Right, I think we can keep him around for a little bit longer. Cohen, on the other hand, Zach Hyman's getting qualified for RFA. Greening, you did really well, didn't you? Plus and minus, you're plus and minus one. You are a bottom forward. I think I'll keep you around for a little bit longer. Corrado. Brooks like. Release. Yeah, his stats took a decline this season. He didn't play too many games, though, and for good reason. I might keep him around just for the AHL. How did Froze do? Froze. You're staying. Stay in the AHL, buddy. You're looking good. Arcabello was one I wanted to keep around. Yeah, Arcabello. Ooh, you're going to get offered a good contract, buddy. Campbell. What's your position? As a defenseman, I'm going to offer you a contract because you actually had a halfway decent season. Gautier, you're good. Sparks. I mean, you have a low backup potential. I wouldn't mind keeping you around for the AHL. In the meantime, Connor Brown will keep you around. You're only 23. Louvre, 24. If you're young, I'm not gonna. Rocco, I'll offer him a contract. Get them up here. Grunstrom. How did Moeller do this year? Not releasing you, pal. Holes 25. Plus minus 32 in the AHL, right? He's not going to move up, but I like him down there. You know what? I'm releasing Mikus. Just because I think a couple contracts need to go. Yeah, I don't think Fabrice Herzog's obviously going to get played, but what do I know? So, offer a couple more guys offer these guys all contracts, right? See what happens with them. Obviously, we gotta keep an eye on guys like Zaborski, Stuart Skinner is of great interest. Just kind of keep around. Since these guys are all unsigned, we're just gonna give them all shots. At this point, why not? Right? I don't care how bad they are. I have a feeling that, like, eventually they can all give themselves some good shots. So, that should solve our re-sign phase. We'll go right to the point of free agency on the 1st, and we'll see what it says about our players. And Ross back. Hunwick rejected the offer. It's fine. We don't need you. Green and Campbell. The short can leave. I don't care. Oh. That really brings it down, but whatever. Other than, I think, Robert Thomas, I think I got most of what I wanted out of that. Datsuk's too old. Is that Gagne? That's Sam Garner. Oh, is that Jeff Cohen? That's Jared. Wow. I thought it was Jeff. Airborg. Yeah. What do they got for goalies? Ben Bishop. Hey, Bishop. You want to come play for 2 years for $8.5 million? Only guy I'm gonna give a contract to, because with the exception of, I might do Darcy Kemper. You're an 83 at 27. I'd much rather take you when your team doesn't want you anymore and they're like, All right, well, with that in mind, we're going to get through to the regular season. Pretty much for the next one. And that's fine, Ben Bishop. You can reject my offer, but when I'm raising a Stanley Cup, you'll know what you missed out on. Once again, I mean, I know the fans aren't very happy, especially with all the players that just left us, but what are you going to do? You can't win them all. I think the fact that we have a young core, solid and proud, I can just about live with that, right? I think the biggest issue is .97% of tickets sold. Yeah, I don't think you're going to complain. This team is something else. I wonder why you keep adding funds to me. Kyle Dubas, folks, making Toronto great again. I'm not going to view the owner goals because largely I feel like we're going to be unaffected by them. We're going to kind of go through the motions up until the last preseason game. And we're going to see how our players are doing. I hope they left Matthews and Marner in the NHL, as well as Aho, because if not, it's going to be extremely concerning. For a win, Ottawa signed the promotion rights. I don't like doing that, bro. Ottawa. Yeah, okay. Florida, we're going to lose 2. No shocker. 1-0 loss to Montreal. We won against Florida. I do want to, before we go tonight, we're going to see 87, 87, 89. Yeah. Morgan Rielly with 8 points. That's pretty nice. Hyman, I like. Matthews had 2 assists. Where is... Did they move him back down? Here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to... Wrong thing. I think we're going to finish out the regular season. Not the regular season. We're going to get to the start of the regular season. Simulate up to the day against Florida, just because that way I can then set my roster. All right. I think we know how this season's going to go. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for the players I'm about to move around. Not from the fans, hopefully. If you guys do hate this, I'm going to be shocked. But we're going to need to make some moves of players up and down. Right, couple of guys I think deserve to come up. Please tell me they didn't put... Okay, Velarde needs to stay down there for the time being. That's perfectly fine. Bracco. Brown, Hull, Grunstrom. We'll give Aho a year in there. Although, Aho held pretty well last season. We're going to edit lines quick. And look who's here. It's Austin Matthews. Excuse me. Horton, here's a who. We're going to bring Mitch Marner in. Right, play him on the wing, and here's why I think we're... nope. Can I swap here? Koromov, we're going to move him up, you down. And there you go. And let's just see what happens against Florida. Oh yeah, we should actually check what our goalie situation looks like. I was really hoping to get Ben Bishop, but we're going to be working with the same crew. How's our defense look? Is there anyone I can bring up in the system? Is there anyone down there in the roster moves that I can possibly bring up for the A? That's a defenseman in the system. Looking for only defensemen. Don't really care what side you're on. No. Which is fine. We have to make a statement in this first game, though. Which we're going to simulate because it takes too long. And we're going to go based only off of goals. Vincent Trocheck on Freddie Anderson. Anderson does seem to be a liability. Morgan Riley on Lupol. All right, very good. Shaw, that's fair. I think Freddie Anderson is a big liability. I just don't think he's the goaltender. Van Riemsdyk to bring us back. Come on, take the lead into the third. Don't let us score. Good. All right, now in the third, we have to get an insurance marker before we call it. Come on, score on the power play. There you go. Komorov. Yeah, Barkov, you're a menace. Come on, get another one. They're going to pull an empty net. Who's going to get the empty net? Really? So, yeah, final score was... I don't like Anderson. He's giving up too much, but let's see. I don't like how Marner and Matthews were non-existent in that game, but it's a lot of season left to play. Anderson didn't do too bad. I'll admit. Doesn't mean I like the way he played, but Anderson looked good. So, with that in mind, since we kind of set things up, since I was kind of eager to see how this team would do now, that's been the first episode of my Counter Toronto Maple Leafs series against GamingWarrior88. We're going to trash talk them in the comments once we post this. But anyways, remember you're watching. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'll catch you guys on the next one.